Hello, welcome back to another game. I've been out for lunch and had a 3-course meal, so in my head feels like I'm ready for a nap. So I'm expecting questionable moves coming up in this game, but we'll see how we go. So who have we got here? 1960 rated opponent, joined 6 years ago with 723 games. We've now broken over 1900, which is nice. Opponent. Oh, opponent is there? E4. Why do I always forget which move order? I'm always really tempted to play D4, but D4 is not the move, is it? D4 is probably the move after knight C6. Yeah, and then D4. Yeah. So difficulty concentrating, but interesting to see what impact food has on your chess. A live case study. So yeah, 1960, we're 1900 now. What a nice run of games, even if the chess on it hasn't been quite so nice at times. So we've had this position a few times. We faced this quite a bit. I think. Okay. Get the full trade experience. We've had one game by transposition recently. We had H6. We've had C5. D6. We might have faced. What? I mean, maybe Queen here is probably decent move. Knight out. This to prepare this. What else could you play? I suppose I can play this with the long castles. I can play this. I can play E4. That's got to be the most principled way. I'm expecting this. Maybe this kind of line. But at least the opponent's having a bit of a think. Our usual phase is play semi-quick in the opening, fall behind drastically in the middle game, either find a tactic and win, or miss a tactic and desperately try to play catch up for the rest of the game. That seems to be my standard routine of playing these games. So hopefully we can find a tactic before we get sucker punched with one that we miss. I think, yeah, opponent can't play d5 in one go. I think the move I'm most nervous about, the most questions about, would be Queen f6. But that does limit some of his development. I don't want to trade. Maybe play over here, yeah. Pressure the pawn, but pawn pushes. Okay, we get knight out. So my first thought was pin. My second thought is it's got to be one of these two squares, right? Or we play principled with e4. Because realistically, where's he putting his bishop? He's not coming here anytime soon. So he probably wants to put his bishop here anyway. So does bishop here make sense? I don't know. E4 I think makes lots of sense. Again, preventing d5. Anything with c5 makes his d7 pawn pretty weak. Excuse me. So I think e4 is fine. Well, I've just got a feeling I'm very prone to hanging a queen or doing something stupid in this game. Right, so expecting this. Pawn up. So the other way of challenging is this way. I've got the option of developing out one of these three. And castling, I think the thing I need to be thinking about now is where do I put my bishops? Like, do I need to block something on the e file to prevent this? Have I got this kind of idea? Probably not, like I say, because his bishop wants to come here. Yeah. I don't know. You can maybe win quite a few tempos with like bishop here. Okay, so now his bishop's definitely coming here, right? Play knight in. Trade. Maybe we can take the queen and take the pawn. I can see that being kind of annoying, right? Would you play this to unblock? So right there, trade. Really difficult to then develop the bishop out. Yeah, I kind of like that. So what? If you don't, if you bring your bishop out first, you could snap it off. Play this. Play a two bishop position. So there. I think I like this. Talk myself into playing it now anyway. Thought being if he trades first, it's difficult for him to develop this bishop because I'll be on this g7 pawn. You can't play g7 either because of that. So I think your bishop out is your best move. You could either develop there. Okay, so he does take. I was thinking taking with pawn, yeah? So I really like this idea of taking with the pawn. This becomes a bit ugly if he wants to try and come out this way. And how are you developing these pieces? Yeah, you playing queen here and taking double pawns? Because you're not playing your bishop out there because I'm taking him there. And you're not coming out this way because you don't have time to play this. So yeah, queen check makes sense. Now, which bishop am I parrying with? Dark squared? Where do I want to have them lined up? I think so. Maybe if you're not coming this way, you're going that way, and if you're going that way, it makes sense to go with a dark square bishop, I think. There. think I'll have some nagging pressure. I have a space advantage, if nothing else. Now it's got to be careful of any queenside casting, right? This is annoying. Isn't it? Maybe it's not so annoying. Yeah, maybe we still go for that. Right, so even in this trade, we've exchanged his light squared bishop, which is his decent one, leaving him with this dark squared one. We can castle, try and get something onto this file. I think that still gives us some decent chances. Yeah, bishop out makes some sense. But now do I hit him with this check and force it back? If I go check, you either move your king or you push the pawn. Which I don't think you can get away with. So I like this. Pushing the pawn's kind of an interesting. No, I don't think it's. I was thinking takes, maybe you come in here, but you take there with check, and it's yeah, you get queen. So expecting bishop back, which we're going to swap off, and he's lost a tempo actually by playing bishop f5. Good. We trade there now. Other option, queen over here. Nah, it's not. Maybe there's some merit in that. So queen there, double attacking the bishop. If bishop takes, queen takes check, queen over there. That's nice. There, if he does nothing, he could castle. No, he can't. What do you do? What does he do? Push the pawn. Takes. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. To have queens off in that position doesn't leave me with much else. I think we just trade it. Queen takes. Now, question is, what side do we castle? Does it matter? I kind of like queen sides. So, yeah, I don't know if it makes much difference. I'm thinking he's probably going to go queenside, yeah, because he's stuck on this side. I mean, this is probably doable now that I don't have a light squared bishop. But if you want to play f6 to get this bishop out, where's it going? Are you playing f5 to then? No, because you can't do that because that covers your queen. And if you want to go this way, you've probably got to insert this first. And even then, when you castle, it's there, and you castle, I've still got this. And the check. Yeah. So I think it's looking okay. And, yeah, I mean, my next moves, I'm going to be putting a rook on e1, and then asking you what you're doing. Yeah, I can see getting a rook on e1, the king may be moving over, a bishop checking it, and even if it blocks, I can see this kind of trade happening. And a fork on the king and the rook. That's my long-term hopes and dreams. We'll see what we get. It's a bit difficult, like I say, for them to untangle. Does he go for something like this? Takes and queen takes. Put some pressure on here. I'd probably let him have it. I think the activity I get with this is strong. There's pressure on the position. I say this a7 pawn is a bit of a pain for it. I mean this. But it's all quite slow, isn't it? It's got one there, and then to castle. If I bring the rook over, I've got the option of rook lifting. I've got the option of a4, a5 to try and undermine that. I might have bishop there. Is that just as powerful? Yeah, so on b6 I have bishop g5 to stop you from castling. Rook g8. So I liked bishop g5, right? Preparing to bring the rook over. Bishop g5 and this. Check. Yeah, I like this. He's going to have some issues with pins. If I can double these rooks somehow, some way, this is going to be really nasty. You can't put bishop there because when one of the rooks comes, you're in big trouble. Even if you block there, we might get the same kind of idea as I was talking about earlier. I can take over the queen and it would be pinned. That would be winning. Or I think this is your only move, is it? Check. Maybe block there. Is that the transposition? Yeah, that's winning. So push, check, not block with the bishop, we run away. That might be best. So I think that's the best line, right? Is f6, rook over, check, and then the king goes this way. But he's no longer castling, and what's this bishop doing to develop? It's not doing a lot. But it's not coming out this way. He's got to be playing probably g6, and out there is the way you're getting out with the bishop. Or here on this diagram is probably the longer play for it, but I'm going to have a lot of counterplay against that. It's going to take you a while to do. I think I'm going to have time to double rooks and infiltrate back here. Yeah, so I think this is the best that they can do. Now there's also a question about which rook, and I think it makes sense to move the H rook. And I haven't considered this, so that would be interesting. That might be best. So then would I have like rook up there? If you take, you're pretty close to getting mated. If I could get a queen here, that would be mate. Yeah, So there, rook there, you take. I'd go like queen here, threatening that. Maybe here, and discovering the queen. So I don't think you go there. I think, and you can't block because we get some trades. I think king d8's the move. I don't think this then works. Well, the time advantage is working in my favour for this game, which is unusual. Opponent's the one down to 3 minutes, and I'm still sitting at 10, so that's good. And what am I playing if when king goes here? I presume I want to stay on this diagonal, yeah? And on this, I get forced back. Yeah, what did I think about this? I thought I could sack the bishop, yeah? I thought rook e6. Maybe there's a line where you could take and take the rook. You get a rook and a bishop for it. So I was thinking here, if you take there, I need to get my queen to one of these squares, and that is mate. So I was going to go here, which would line up discovery on his queen. And if you push, I would have check at worst and pick up the queen. So I like this, I think. Let's go for it. I'm hoping this is a brilliant move. Or maybe I'm just sacking a bishop for no reason. I wonder if I had queen there first. Because what's my thought is what to double if you play your rook over? Or am I threatening to take? Check. Check. Yeah, so you can't, there's no rook there, because check. Mate. Okay. Queen here. I don't think you can take the bishop. Let me calculate this right. So there, pawn up. Check. There. Check. There. Is that the winner? Maybe we rook lift. Anything better? Back there. That's either of these squares is made, right? So what if I go here, threatening this square? Because then there's no way. Because I want to threaten, I think, this square as well as one of these. So if I go back, there's no G6 then, right? Because then I go in and it's mate. If I go back, bishop. If I overlook the bishop. Check. Check. Around the back. Clear, is it? Because what I originally thought was there. Up, check. I thought you have to take, but you don't have to take, do you? You can go back here, say. Check. Double the rooks. Doubling the rooks is good. Yeah, because a lot of your escape is coming from putting something in one of these squares, yeah? So maybe rook e1. Can't go there if you get mated. Drop the queen back. Give the same kind of idea. I think I like doubling the rooks. I don't think my initial tactics worked. There, the king can run that. So there, there, there. Yeah, I like doubling rooks. Or final move to consider this. You need to be a bishop there. So there, there. Check. Go back. No, I like doubling. Spent a bit of time there. We are down a bishop. We need to find a win here, or we're in trouble. But how do you untangle that position? Kind of renewing the idea of which way around is it? I think this is probably the most productive way of doing it. We're going here and here for mate. And black's way of countering it was to move the bishop or stick something on e7, e8. So by doubling the rooks, we remove that possibility. It could be that this is still the best move and you go for this. No. Yeah, would that be? So there takes, and you're playing with a rook and a bishop against a queen. That might be your best line. But I think I can hoover up the pawns better than he can. throw an a pawn down the board. So like this is kind of asks back the question of you need to find a sensible move now to untangle, because I don't think you've got something decent like this. No, that just helps me do what I wanted to do. Go back here. You can't touch this pawn because you get mated here. Moving the rook gives you a square back. Okay, so takes. Is one option. So it's basically I give up 2 rooks for the piece. Queen here. So I need to take. Bishop there. Yeah, it's a good move. Oh, so there. Bishop there. Sack it. King takes. Queen there. Bishop there. Take it. If the pawn takes, check. Oh no, it's like this. We're going into this. Bit annoying if we are, because I think his 2 rooks in this scenario would be better than my queen. Something better. Queen there. Just run away. Queen there. Bishop there. Is that better? This line here? Give an extra tempo. I don't know. I'll have to go for this. Just need to start picking up as many pawns as possible, as quickly as possible. And ideally force his king back so he can't double his rooks. If you come forward, I'll let me run this way. Yeah, so either move really far forwards or really far backwards. Hmm. 2 rooks against the queen with 7 pawns. I think the rooks are going to do a good job on me. Got to play pretty quick, I think, whilst there's sensible moves to be made, and then slow down when there's questions to be thought about. advanced d pawn. He's an asset. Zoom it up the board. Get the meter down here. Okay, interesting. Try this way. Am I playing this for a win? I don't know. I think I want to be playing this next. Do you want to be playing this? Playing it next. Let's go for this. Try and limit his squares that he can come in on. Maybe we should play h4. We've got quite a bit on here. He does need to be doubling them up, but I don't think quite like this. Push. Thanks. Let's try and encase his king. Actually, maybe h4 is better there. Yeah, I think h4 is better. Ah, yeah, h4 is much stronger here. But that's not me. Commentary might go a bit quiet now, so try and work out what I need to do. Push there, takes there. Push there, takes there. That's more relevant pushing. Right, your king's got nowhere to go. The rook's got to protect against what I'm trying to do. I got it. Do that. King there, the queen. Yeah. Doesn't have too many squares. Got a few. I did. Yeah, I think he had a win there. Or not a win. I think he had a rook there. God, heart rate's going. Yeah, this is pretty much now. In there. Pawn there, takes check there. Do I even need to give that counterplay? Need to be a bit careful, but need to be a bit careful of giving away a stalemate. I think I sacked the rook at the right time, yeah. So he's going to push one of these pawns, which we take. He's going to try and sack the second one and we give the rook away. Oh, just got time. Wow. That was intense. Another good endgame. Let's see what the engine says. Yep, we've had this position quite a bit. Another plus 0.6 after 5 moves. Plus 1 now after 6 moves. Interesting, bishop f4. Yeah, plus 1. It likes this idea. Queen check. Likes this idea. Bishop out says it's not a good move. Says just castle long. I traded it and lost a bit of my advantage. Castle long. Rook there. Play bishop there first. Okay, it's kind of the same thing. Pawn up. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So rook e6, not a brilliant move. Play your bishop back and just accept that black's having a hard time doing things. Okay, so it still says I've got a bit of an advantage. So I was right. So my mission, so queen there, minus 0.6. What was I thinking of here? I was thinking bishop here, and then double, and then bishop here. Yeah. So I think I talked myself out of it and played doubled first. He got to the bishop. Taking is plus 3. Why? switch me there. Okay, so you can't go there. Let's switch you there. Sure. Right, okay. Yeah, missed the geometry of that. So I missed mate in one. I missed mate in one. Yeah, missed mate in one. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's still +3. So take their +4. Must be the strength of the pawns. Too great. Yeah, +3.5. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was feeling happy here. He's not managed to snatch my D pawn. Yeah, I was trying to look at H4 if these ever worked, but I didn't think it. I thought even if you takes there, so we go back there. Right. If you enter the corner, you get your bishop, your rook stuck. Okay, fine. So H4. I thought there was another move. Yeah. Okay. Still +5. Interesting. Yeah. Lost all my advantage here because I lose the pawn with that, don't I? Yeah. Didn't see it. I took it. And then here I was expecting their takes and push, and I've got to be careful, right? Because you can't take the pawn because that's a draw. So, I mean, I think I was thinking I'd just take the rook, right? And then take one of these pawns. But yeah, excellent endgame. Good win. Thanks for watching.